What is up, guys? It's Simon from PianoPig.com, and in this lesson I wanted to talk about rootless voicings. Now, I see quite a few people don't quite understand how or why we play these, or what they really achieve. So I'm going to explain all of that and show you how you can integrate them into your own playing. So what is a rootless voicing? Well, the clue is in the name. It's a voicing without the root. For example, if we had an A minor 7 chord, to make this a rootless voicing, we simply take out the root note, A. So a lot of people would jump to the conclusion that this is a C major chord. And you would be right, it is a C major chord. But it can also function as a rootless voicing for an A minor 7. The reason being is that it contains the two most important chord tones, the 3rd and the 7th. And if we play the root note down here, so it's down in the bass and not included in the voicing, we can hear that this sounds and is an A minor 7. So you might be thinking, what's the point of playing rootless voicings? Well, the first very important reason is if you were playing with a bass player or a backing track, by playing rootless voicings, you're not going to clash with the bass line by doubling up the root note. If you were to play chords with the root note, it would produce a very sort of clunky and muddy sound. The second reason is that by omitting the root note from the chord, means you have an extra finger to play a different note, which means that you can add more extensions to the voicings, and you can play around with different variations and inversions of it. For example, if we take that A minor 7 chord again, by taking out the root note, means that we can rearrange the fingering, and we have some spare fingers to play an extra note somewhere up here. So what we could do is play an A minor 9 instead. So an A minor 9 looks like this. And obviously that would be quite a struggle to play with one hand. So by making this a rootless voicing, by dropping the root, we can play everything very comfortably in one hand. And if we played the root note down on the bottom, it sounds great, sounds really nice. So let's build a C major 9 rootless voicing. So a C major 9 is a C major triad with the 7th and 9th. And if we drop the root, this gives us a rootless voicing for a C major 9. You can play these chords with your right hand, but it's more common to play them with your left, since you wouldn't normally need to be playing anything in the bass, and you would want your right hand free to play a melody or take a solo. So what I want to do now, to really enforce the idea of how powerful these can be, is I'm going to show you a chord progression without rootless voicings, and then turn each chord into a rootless voicing to show you the difference it can make. So this is the chord progression including the root notes in the voicings. D minor 7, B flat major 7, F major 7, and A7. So now let's go through it and turn each chord into a rootless voicing and see how it sounds. So for the D minor 7, we could take out the root note and play the 9th instead. For the B flat major 7, we could just take out the root note and leave it as that. And this gives it a very nice, open, sparse kind of sound. For the F major 7, we could take out the root note and play the 9th instead. We could even play an inversion of this by playing the 9th down here. And finally, for the A7, we could take out the root note and use this spare finger to play something like the flat 9 instead. So now we have this. I'll play a before and after, and you listen to see which one you prefer. This is before. And this is after. And that's another rootless voicing. So hopefully you preferred the second one. It certainly has a lot more colour and depth to it. And once you start playing around with these rootless voicings yourself, you'll really start to notice the difference and how you can use them for better voice leading, and the harmony will just sound much fuller and richer. They are most commonly found when playing more complex harmonies, such as jazz, but you could definitely slip them into genres such as pop and blues, and that would sound really awesome. So hopefully that gives you a lot to play around with. If you enjoyed the lesson, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.